Boy. All right, fucking there we go. What's up, y'all? It's February 23rd. Run the date. Am I gonna fucking do this shit again? No, I'm gonna go this way. Come on, Max. Yeah, here we go. Fucking shit, dude. Another day, another run, another fucking outside fucking time, y'all. Woo, man, I gotta say, I'm gonna start this shit off. I was watching Gavin Newsom in Atlanta talk to some black people and telling them he's like a 960 SAT guy and shit. Like, that was gonna allow him to connect with all the black people there. They're gonna be like, you know what? This white motherfucker is right. Jesus, dude. I don't know. I think it's crazy. He thought that was like the best move. And it got me thinking, yo, if he only scored 960 on the SATs, which is concerning in and of itself, you know, like, I usually would like to think that our best and brightest would be our politicians. Obviously, that's not the fucking case, but you hope, you know, you hope. But it just got me thinking. I feel like everybody should run for politics. Like, not even if you try to win, just run for politics. Doesn't matter. Your little local town, run for politics, dude. Who gives a shit? Change it up. Like, you know, you probably hate your job anyways. So why not do something that might be more interesting and shit? At least more payful. I don't know. Payful. That's a stupid ass word. It might be more lucrative. Shit. I don't know. It just got me thinking, like, what? Nothing is stopping anyone from running for local politics, you know? Thank you. Nothing is stopping anyone from running for local politics. Not at all. Which I think should encourage people to run for local politics. I think it really should. I think more people should be emboldened to be like, you know what? Let me just try it. Because fuck, I mean, you might win. That might be a little cool fucking thing. And besides, I'm sure that you'd probably do a better job than most of the people in the fucking politics. As long as you just did politics like a normal person. Do you know what I mean? You weren't trying to be like, oh, how do I fucking game the system completely so I can get all the money? Why not do something in reverse? Why not surprise people and take all the money that they've been paying and make the positive changes in the fucking community that they live in? Do something that they wouldn't expect, you know? Oh, woo. Sorry, Max. Yeah, just do something they wouldn't expect, you know? Change it up. Surprise them with like good guy status and then never be heard from again. Come on, Max. Unless you're gonna poop. Are you gonna poop? Are you gonna poop? Nope, he's not gonna poop. Oh, yeah. I just thought that was funny, dude. Honestly, I think everyone should run for local office, at least in some capacity, dude. Just so you know what's going on. I feel like that would give you a better insight of like what's happening, you know? And it lets you get to know everybody in your fucking town, you know? If you're trying to figure out who these people are, trying to figure out why things are the way they are, fucking do that shit. Take these people out, you know? They don't need to be in power. They're already fucking it up. Time for a new guard. Change the guard, change the toilet paper, change all of that shit. I see in my comments, a lot of people are confused. I'm actually a black person. I'm actually a black man. I don't know what to tell you, you know? I'm sorry that I speak with this type of vernacular. Oh yeah, good job, Max. I guess I'm kind of new to being a black man, if I think about it, you know? Doing like what I think is to be expected of a black man. But then I start thinking about it and I'm like, why'd I have to label myself with the color of my skin, you know? I mean, everyone else does, and I'm extremely proud of the fact that I have this fucking melanin or carbon 12, depending on who you're asking, you know? But I'm glad that I have this color in my skin. I'm glad I got to be this way, you know? I get to experience life with a whole different set of flavor that I don't think anyone gets to experience the way that black people do anyways. So I would say I'm new to certain black things, like what to do with my hair and shit. So my dad like put us in Michigan, and he like put us around nothing but white people and shit. How you doing, man? And like that was it. We just lived in, you know, the suburbs, middle of nowhere. And like I see the benefits of being raised that way, but I also see the pitfalls, man. I think it's hard when you're raised around a bunch of white people and you have no real like identity to any of the things that they're talking about. They don't experience the same experiences that you do, you know? The parenting isn't the same. It's just so different. That's crazy. This was all fertilizer for a second. Now it's like plants. Come on, Max. You're not coming on the next run, my boy. You need a break, I think. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, I gotta give him a break. But yeah, I think it's important. I think it's like crazy that, you know, my dad thought this was the better option, and maybe it was, you know, but it's just hard when you don't grow up around people who look like you, and then you have to figure out what your identity is beyond that, you know. It's just difficult. Like, it's hard being a black person being put in an all-white place and like trying to make friends, trying to like understand the differences between you and them. And I think when you're a kid, all that shit blends, you know. You have people who make you feel like you're part of it until the shit goes down, and then you're not a part of it, you know, or you're the culprit, and that kind of sucks. But I feel like it's an eye-opener. Makes you realize and understand, yes, you are a black person. The people who care about you the most are probably black people. And as long as you're good to them, they'll always be good to you. I think that's kind of the general rule. Be good to black people will be good to you. I think it's that simple. How you doing, man? That's it. I think it's that simple. You know, maybe that's the golden rule. Since like the Bible was like probably mostly fake. But yeah, y'all, that's it. That's probably why it's weird. I just grew up around white people for most of my life. I mean, when I lived here in California, before I moved to Michigan, I had a pretty diverse crowd of friends. So, you know, it's like a regular CW cast in the early to mid 2000s. It was nice, you know. You get a lot of life experience out of that. I don't think you get much experience or much different experience when you're just around one type of people. But it would have been nice to be around more black people when I was young. I think I would have avoided a lot of the pitfalls in my life if I could have just been surrounded by black people. Watch out, Max. Leave it. Oh boy. Yeah, I just think life probably would have been a little bit better, or I would have made different choices maybe, but that's all hindsight. Can't do anything about it now. All I can do is love the skin I'm in, be a happy and proud black man, and try to be a positive staple to the people around me. You know, that's it. That's all I can do. Just try to be positive. Whew. Damn, y'all, it's hot today. It's like not even noon. It's already 70 plus. I think it's like 76 already, 74, something like that. So warm day, y'all. Whew. Lots of stuff. I wrote a bunch of stuff down. I've actually been kind of depressed lately. I think about it, and I think it's weird. I feel like when I lived in Michigan, my bipolar, it was worse because there'd be like a whole period of time when there isn't enough like sun to kind of balance that vitamin D out. And like some lamps don't work, and it's weird being a black dude going to a tanning salon, but I did it, man, just to fucking have some kind of energy put back into my body, dude. But like here, you know, the depression's like weaker, I guess. Like, and I know I do things differently. Like I have like my therapy sessions, I do all this exercising, I eat pretty well, try to maintain my sleep, I don't drink too much, try to keep that shit on a very like low scale. If I do, I drink like wine, and then if I'm drinking like hard stuff, it's either tequila or beer, and that's usually like the limit. And I'm usually only having like 2 beers max, fucking 3 beers max, and then only a little bit of tequila, man. I just think the older you get, the harder it is to process it, obviously. So if you try to just eliminate it, makes life a little easier, you know. That's it. But yeah, man, been more depressed. I think it's a lot of things, you know. State of the world is crazy, which doesn't help. I want things in the future, but you know, the future looks so uncertain. How can I bet on anything or myself that I'll fucking, thank you, I'll make it. I'll make enough to get the things that I want. How do I know that everything I'm trying to reach for won't just collapse soon? You know, there's so much stuff that's been messing with me. And then just like trying to find the meaning in work, you know. You're doing it, how you doing? You're working every day, you're trying to earn a check, to save up, to do something, you know, to reach some goals, or just to survive, dude. But the whole world is like run by an evil cabal, which literally means you probably won't move up the way you need to move up, or you probably won't get to a comfortable place, because that's not ideal for the fucking powers that be. So then there's that. Then I'm like looking towards my wife, being like, man, I want to give you the world, but the world's a fucking shit show and it's crumbling, dude. How do I think about future kids, fucking future family, all that shit, when the state of the world is like this, dude? And I can't stop thinking about it. I don't know. So it just put me in this depressed rut. And like, it's nice to get outside, it's nice to exercise, you know, get the endorphins through my body. And that gives me a little bit more to fight, you know. But this shit is hard, and it's hard to keep going sometimes. I guess that's the point of it all, you know. It's like all these years in movies and cartoons, we've always been taught about the indomitable or the undefeatable human spirit, you know, that no matter what happens, if you have enough grit, determination, perseverance, you get through everything, you know. I'm hoping I got that, but sometimes I don't know. I think sometimes I push on autopilot just to keep going, and I don't know if that's living, you know. I ain't been nowhere, bro. I'm barely seeing the world, and I want to see it, but just like everybody else, I ain't got no fucking money. I ain't got no access to it, man. Places I get to go are fucking cruises when I'm lucky, but I don't want to do no cruises. I don't want to be on no boat. I shouldn't be complaining, you know. I should just be thankful for every opportunity to do everything. It's true, I should be, but it's hard not to be a little fucking mad when you see how everything is, and you get to see how other people live on a daily basis. Oh shit, I shouldn't have gone. The motherfucker is green. Oh well. Would have made interesting TV if I got hit, huh? How you doing? Yeah. So I just think it would have been nice, you know. It would have been nice Unc still wants to see places, and I'm sure everybody else does. So I just don't get it, man. Just don't get it. Like, yeah, this doesn't all make sense, man. It's all stupid shit. I don't know. That's been it though. A lot of depressed shit. A lot of nervousness, nervous energy and shit. So, you know, I guess whatever the CIA is doing is working. I don't know, man. Getting sick of this shit. Getting sick of feeling depressed. Getting sick of feeling like I'm not in control of nothing, you know? Everything I fucking do is just like someone else's fucking master plan and shit, you know? If I turn here, I think it'll give me enough. If not, I'll just keep going. Who cares? Who cares? Who gives a shit? Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Just been depressed, and it's getting harder and stuff, you know? And I talk to my wife, and she comforts me, which I appreciate, but, you know, I'm a guy. It's fucking, it's just like that, dude. If you're not stressed about your future, you're still a kid, you know? You don't have that worry. And if you do have that worry and you are a kid, your childhood was stolen, you know? Oh, it's just fucking hard to be here. I'm gonna keep going. I got this challenge. I got all these hopes and dreams, and I'd rather fail 1,000,000 times. Oh fuck. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo. There we go. I'd rather fail 1,000,000 fucking times than never tried, you know? Just like that trip. Just like that trip. Holy shit. That's twice. Yeah. I'd rather just keep going, I think. See what it's like at the end of the year, you know? Whether it's just me by myself or, you know, I got all of you with me. Either way, I hope all of you are with me. Hope we get to see this journey to the end. I hope you all talk to someone that you care about your feelings, about being depressed, feeling anxiety. Just talk it out, man. Get out of your body, get out of your mind. You gotta do that. You can't just fucking hope that it'll just get better or push through it. You gotta talk to people. And I'm not even saying, oh, talk to a therapist. Like, talk to someone you trust, dude. Therapy is such a crazy fucking thing. But talk to someone you trust first. You don't have to burden them with your whole life, but fuck, dude. Talk to someone you trust. Let them know that things aren't okay. I think it's important, dude. Yeah, I think that's what's like hard about doing this, because I see, you know, the hundreds of thousands of people who've like seen my videos and like come to my page and shit like that, you know? And I think that feeds into the delusion, like, oh, you know, I'm gonna make something out of myself. So I don't want to feed into a delusion that like would just end up making me get bit in the ass, you know? Where I end up putting all my focus into this, and then I'm fucking homeless on the street, dude. Ain't got nobody with me. And everyone who believed in me, I brought down, you know? I don't want to do that. I want everyone who believed in me to be uplifted. Everyone who believed in me to fucking say, yeah, dude, I believed in him and I was right. Once again, this motherfucker always proves me right, you know? Yeah, man, I just want to know that everything I work hard for means something, you know? I think that's what makes it hard, being bipolar and like trying to work a job and stuff, having like emotions that are just all over the place all the time, and then trying to be normal in a workplace when, you know, you could be at the bottom of your depths with a manic depressive episode, there's nothing that you can do. You just sit there because you got to be at work. So I don't know, y'all. I find it hard having a job while being bipolar, and like, I don't know, I feel like every day is an extra fight, but you got to do it. Like, what else am I gonna do? I appreciate y'all letting me get on my soapbox, complain about this shit. It's nice, you know, have an outside group of people to kind of bounce thoughts and ideas out of, you know? Even if it's negative shit, that's okay. You know, we don't learn all the time. We don't learn all the time from positive outcomes, you know? Sometimes life has to be negative in order for us to learn anything. And I think that's the beauty of life, you know? Right now, we're all learning a very valuable lesson about snake oil salesmen and fucking promises that sound good, too good to be true, you know? So I think it's important that we just keep learning and growing together, man, you know? I don't know what this has to do with being bipolar in the workplace. For me, being bipolar in the workplace just means I gotta work extra hard to keep myself in check and like, just be like, yeah, I'm okay, you know? That's all I gotta do in my life and shit. I'm gonna fucking cut off so this lady doesn't think that I'm following her and shit. Anyways, y'all, I hope that you have an amazing day. Whatever demons you're dealing with, keep fighting them, or learn how to master them, learn how to quiet them, and please stay safe. I will see y'all on the next run. Peace.